What? Ah, okay. Good? We're good. Is it recording? Alright. Well, what's going on? How's everybody doing?
Episode 2?
Yeah, episode 2, Muscle Car Madness, Chad and Justin. Just kind of hanging out.
Just got done doing some re-injection injectors. Pulled the 24s out of the race car and dropped the 19s back in it. Had a little bit of a problem with it, so got that all situated today. Definitely going to need a tune. So we got that done. A couple things to update this weekend. Found another Fox body this weekend.
Yeah, $100.
$100. Shit box.
Doesn't look too terrible though.
We'll see what it
Definitely some usable parts on it.
Definitely did not take very much time looking it over. Didn't want to seem too interested in it because people kind of they blow the whistle on it. When they blow the whistle on it, then it ain't worth it anymore. You end up with a $500 shit box and make your money back and walk away. Mm-hmm. Especially for a 4-cylinder car.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about what we could do with that 4-cylinder real quick though.
I mean, we could keep it in the car and run a pony stock car.
Could run a pony stock car. Have to weld a cage in it real quick.
Yeah, but I mean, dirt cheap. Get it running. Put a cage in it and ship it.
Another way to spend $10,000.
You were talking about parting it out.
Yeah, I parted it out. But I was also thinking we could put that little 4BT turbo on it.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
We could boost it, make it a boost stang.
Yeah. Or we could, I have that 305 at the house.
We could Chevy it.
That we could put some nitrous in.
Or LKQ.
We go to LKQ.
Little 5.3.
Yeah, something like that.
And just blow the nitrous through it.
Yeah. I mean, those 5.3s definitely like a little bit of spray.
I want to see if we could tune one out to do a 500 shot.
Who's this fool looking at?
He's a resident Mexican. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. The house full of people. We're just out on the back porch doing our video for you guys. So we got that, and then we got found a G body this week. Been thinking about a G body. I worry though because if you don't have the subframe connector, even with subframe connectors, man,
but it's just those are sketchy cars.
Sketchy car, yeah.
Sketchy.
Those of you that don't know about G bodies, man, they are notorious for buckling the right quarter panels.
Yeah.
Passenger side quarter panel gone.
Good old G body shuffle.
Yeah, good old left to front wheel, left front off the ground, and rear quarter buckles, and you ain't fixing it. Mm-hmm. And you're reskinning it at that point. It's horrible. So a lot of body twist.
Yeah.
But we had been talking earlier. Funny enough, we did a video about 5 minutes ago. We just ended it. Got back and the camera was off the whole time because my beautiful wife did not push record to make sure the video was going.
It happens.
It happens. So we had a really good conversation with ourselves.
Yeah.
However, we did touch on the subject of the 305s, the 307s.
Yeah, 283s.
The 283s. I do see these motors because when people start trying to put these cars back to original, I do see these cars and these motors starting to increase in value. And I would say if you were going to grab a couple of them up right now would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
I think the Turbo 400s.
Yeah, definitely.
everybody's
Everybody's looking for a Turbo 400 nowadays.
Right, turbo, and that's just because they want a cruiser. They're not trying to.
Well, I mean, usually the old hot rod guys, 32 Fords with small blocks in them, they $700 for it.
Right.
Most of those guys want a reliable transmission with overdrive.
Yeah, overdrive is the big thing because they want to gear the
They're
shit out of
highway.
it. Well, they want to gear the shit out of it, and then they want to be able to get some highway mileage out of it. They don't want to be riding around, 55 miles an hour, a car at $3,000 with open headers, mama screaming, "Oh, I hate this car because I didn't want to go anywhere because it's so damn loud." And that's where I think that, if somebody were to stockpile some of these right now, good, bad, indifferent, parts are always going to be available for them. You know what I mean? It's like the AODs with the Mustangs, the C4s, and C6s. Great transmissions, power glides too.
Yeah, definitely.
I think if you could start picking up the 70s and 80s transmissions and motors and stuff like that, small block, big block, intakes, heads, all that stuff.
I got a stockpile going at my house right now.
Oh.
They're just small block stuff.
I went this weekend, the same guy I'm buying a Mustang for, and I literally filled a whole cabinet, a whole shelf rack with just parts. $100. He had it all. He just wanted to get rid of it, so I bought it all. I was like, I'll buy everything you got. a lot of it, you know, it was all BBK, Ford Racing boxes, this and that, and then, you know, and I mind you, it was a ton of shit. I mean, it was a plethora. It filled the whole back of the trunk,
you
the back
got
seat.
some GM stuff too.
Oh yeah, got some GM stuff too, Honda stuff too.
Yeah.
So I got all this stuff. I bought it all. I didn't think anything of it, you know. I was like, whatever, we'll take it home. But, you know, for the $100 I spent on it, I know I made my money back trifold a few times, so I'm not worried about that. But I'm stockpiling the parts because there's going to be a point here real soon where, you know, the 60s and 70s.
That stuff's hot. Hot right now.
Hot right now.
Fire.
So the next generation gap is going to be 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of go with it.
Even some of that stuff right now is hot too.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's looking for that stuff.
Camaros,
Yeah, third gen Camaros.
the Fox bodies,
Yeah.
the S10s, the C10s,
All the G body stuff.
all the G body stuff. G bodies, you know, they want to donk the G bodies. So, you know, and they don't want no piece of crap. They're looking to make a nice car. And like, there's even in drag race, I don't know if you guys know this, it's called a donk series.
We have it at Buffalo.
We have
I don't know how many people actually have it at their local track.
I'm sure there's a few.
It can't be on the odds.
You know, you ain't gonna get a donk series out here in the middle of the backwoods hillbilly racetrack and it not be anywhere else. You know what I mean? So you have that. You know, that's the big Impalas, like the '70s, '80s Impalas and stuff, and the square bodies.
And there's that one guy with the '67 GTO convertible out there too.
That car red.
No, it's black. He's got like 36-inch 4G autos on it. It's pretty wild. Remember, he blew the top off. The convertible top came. You might not have been there. That's the night me and Matt ran.
I don't think I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, no, you weren't there. That was the night. It was me, TJ, Stefan, and Matt.
What was that? I was not there.
You were not there.
Let's talk about Matt, by the way.
Matt got a G8.
Matt got a G8 6.0. You know more about that car than I do.
It's a '09, I think, G8 GT with a 6-liter LS. Yeah, I mean,
This is going to be a car to keep.
yeah, they're not. It's not a common car around here, at least.
I believe the G8 is going to be one of those cars that is sleeper status.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's going to be like the Bubbleback Impala with the 409 in it. You know, it was a family car, but you could get it with a 409 and a 4-speed in it.
I mean, 361 horsepower stock. I mean,
It's a 6 blow, man. I mean,
those things will definitely take a little bit of boost.
a little bit.
No, I'm not really a big fan of the 6.0s. You want to know why? They don't rev for shit. Compared to a 5.3 or 4.8, they don't rev for shit. I mean, they got a lot of low-end torque and all that, but, I mean, I'd rather have a high revving motor than a...
Yeah, you need a top end for sure. You need to be able to hold it in the top end, too. I think, you know, a good motor for that car, he does that car right, it's going to be... I think he throws a tune to it. He needs to go out and he needs to see that dude that's got that white one out of the track and talk to that dude. That dude's got the setup, man. He's got multi-port injection in it, or multi-port nitrous in it.
Yeah.
Like, he got a full fogger kit
Well,
in
he's
it.
talking about putting a Pro Charger on it. His
That-
buddy's got a Pro Charger for $400 for it.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Needs to be rebuilt.
Oh,
But I mean, still, that's not a bad deal.
$500, $900.
From that.
I mean, as long as it probably drops.
Just like that one.
Just like that one in that Mustang. Bloop. Well, yeah, we looked at this Mustang. They wanted like 10 grand for it.
It was, she wanted 11.5 for it.
11.5. I couldn't figure out why the charger was not hooked up, and I thought, oh, old lady, maybe she can't drive it. So she come walking over, and I said, what's wrong with the charger? She said, I don't know, something's wrong with it. So I said, you mind? She said, no. I started turning the pulley, and I went about halfway around, and the pulley went, don't, like literally moved like 2 inches. I was like, oh my God. So
that definitely was
not
full
charging.
send.
It was definitely not charging anymore.
It was definitely not charging. It might have been Pro, but it wasn't charging.
That car actually, believe it or not, instead of having the Paxton or the Powerdyne or the Vortec, that car actually had, if you noticed it or not, I might have pointed it out to you, it had the original Ford Motorsport, like Paxton blower on it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
But it wasn't labeled Paxton, it was labeled Ford Motorsport, which You know, another talking about rare stuff to find and keep. Another good thing or another hard thing to find is the tubular GT40 intakes on the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Those are getting really hard to find.